Hello, everybody. I'll make back for the Binding of Isaac episode 36. Last run was mostly uneventful with solar system, so now we have to do a different challenge. How many challenges are left of the ones I have unlocked? 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Actually, I have a 6-sided die right here. Let's find out which one I'll do, shall we? 3. Alright. What's 3? 3 is head trauma. Ugh. This is a fun one. Not too bad at this one. Unless I have to run away from bombs, in which case it's very difficult without my tears. So why does head trauma have soy milk? Like, I understand from a challenge perspective why it does. But why head trauma? What does soy milk have to do with that? Now, I understand all the other items because there are items that are lodged in Isaac's head when you get them. Small rock, the iron bar. Is it just called iron bar? I forget. And tiny planet. All of them that have that as their basic conceit. I understand that point. What I don't understand is why that makes soy milk part of head trauma. Maybe it's... I don't know. I just don't know. I had something, but I don't know. I just simply don't. I don't even... Seriously. What was that? It was probably him saying something that I used a while ago. The 2 of clubs, probably. I noticed that it's kind of bugged. Sometimes it says it long after it should have, and sometimes it doesn't. Say it at all. Well, sometimes it doesn't seem to say it at all. Other times it says it automatically. Turdlings. Also, I finally found out what that other boss is called. Dangle. I don't know how I feel about that as its name. I guess it's kind of interesting. I don't know why it was necessary as a boss on its own, right? I mean, I guess having harder versions of Dingle and the Gurglings was necessary. I don't know. Okay, that makes this interesting. It's a slight damage up, which is always nice on this challenge. Did we really need a harder version of Dingle, however? I mean, a lot of people found it hard enough as it was. I wasn't one of them, but still. It's not like it's necessary. It's like a harder version of the Haunt, which technically that's what, the... Oh, what's the name? It was on the tip of my tongue. The Forsaken. I think that's what it was. That's what that basically is, but there's a certain sense where it's arguable that it's not a harder version of the Haunt. It is if you don't have a strong enough weaponry, but weaponry. Pickups, no, not pickups even, items. That's what I'm looking for. Items. I'm very sad that I took red heart damage. I mostly blame the fact that there's not been a single tinted rock so far that I've seen. It's entirely possible I missed one though. Yeah, I don't really have a problem with this challenge. I mean, it's interesting. It's not that difficult. I mean, it's not easy. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being elitist or something. That was entirely unnecessary. I'll be the first to state that. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess it... Well... Now it means nothing, mostly because I got hit there, but it almost meant something. But since it means nothing now, I may as well not even mention it. Which I've kind of ruined by the fact that I've been talking about it for the last minute or so. Oh, we have to make it to Mom, too, which makes it not that bad. If I had to make it to, say, Mom's heart, or it lives, in my case, well, that'd be a different story. But that's not the case, so I don't really... I mean, sure, dealing with the lower damage is difficult-ish. Dealing with knockback and not being able to knock back enemies in the way you intend, yeah, that does make it kind of hard. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being arrogant here. Who knows? And I'll end up losing in a couple floors or something. It's entirely possible. I've pulled off much more spectacular losses in the past. So, keep your fingers crossed one way or another. Depending on which side you would rather happen. Well, so much for a devil deal. Second run in a row for that. Probably didn't need to get hit there, but I did. That's a thing that happened. And I'm just as disappointed in me as you are. Alright. Almost. It's always interesting to work around Tiny Planet. Especially on this challenge where you have so many of the shots. Hematemesis. I'll rather take this one. Who knows, it might come in handy later. I wonder what happens if you use blank card and the question mark card on the last level of a challenge. Do you win automatically by going to a treasure, or what does it do? Does it reset the floor? It's entirely possible. I think that's what it does whenever, that's what an I am error room usually does when you're in, say, the chest or something. Ah! Well, wasn't looking forward to that devil room on this floor either. Didn't really think I had it in me, so that's how it goes. You win some, you lose some. Okay, that's a decent number of coins. I suppose that's another way of gaining money that I overlooked in my last run. Getting golden chests. But they never seem to appear when you need them. Only when you're not particularly concerned either way. If you have no keys, well then of course you're going to be full of them. Or even better, if you only have one key, then you'll run into about 5. And of course, the first one you open has no keys in it, because why wouldn't? Alright, almost. There we go. See, that wasn't so hard. Besides the part where it totally was. The battery is not that useful. In fact, one would even argue it's not useful at all to me. Does that guy have a name? I'm just really curious. I've never seen the name. Gray Larry? Wouldn't surprise me. It's not very creative, but wouldn't surprise me. But it could very possibly have an entirely interesting name. You never know. Don't prejudge, you know. Sometimes people make genuinely good things when you don't expect them. Even ICP has their Hall of Illusions. Of course, I do usually expect good things from Edmund and company, so could be either way. There's a soul heart in there, I would very much like it. There is, although I would rather have the black candle. I'm not going to trust getting it, however. That wasn't very useful. Since relying on getting enough coins a single floor is not likely. Entirely possible on multiple counts, but not likely. Ah, no! I want to keep this till the boss at least. Almost. And there you have it. Oh, look, I did get money. Of course I did. Why can't I have nice things? I guess because I'm on the head trauma challenge, and it's designed to make me eat my words by saying it isn't actually that bad. Heaven knows I can't be right about something. I do kind of like the Two of Hearts, but It's always been one of the less useful suit cards, and that remains true even now. Even with a bunch of them added to the game. Of course. Didn't want a double deal anyway. Well, there's a degree to which that's true. I mean, the only useful things would be, say, Dead Cat and Dark Judas. Though I'd have no way of really activating Dark Judas in a single room, I should say. Alright. It sort of makes up for it. An additional speed is nice in a run where avoiding getting hits is really important. Not that it isn't normally important, but it's usually not as important as it is now. Of course, it also means it's a bit harder to aim. Aiming's never been a strong suit of this particular challenge. One could argue... Always lose the Spirit Heart. I feel like I'm playing the original Binding of Isaac back when I was still awful at it, instead of passable. At least there, well, actually at least they're nothing. Gotten better-ish. But yeah, this used to be roughly how I would take damage. I get a soul heart, it's gone by the next couple rooms. Of course. Like I said, didn't want double deals anyway. I also don't want to die, so I better run away from them. Maybe I could check out that boss trap room now. See if it has something decent. I liked how in Wrath of the Lamb, it was guaranteed a boss item. That was really cool. It made them something you were really looking forward to. Now they're kind of like, I'll see if they have something decent. I always go for the 3 red chests, if only because the promise of guppy items or soul hearts is too much to pass up. I mean, most guppy items are pretty good. Does, oh, what's it called? Guppy's hairball come from red chests? I don't think it does. Yeah, I'm not enough of an idiot. Okay. Careful. Alright. Okay. This is sort of nerve-wracking. Because I know one wrong move, something I've made plenty of so far, and that was nearly another one that would have killed me, will, you know, kill me. I never said that it was going to be a strong revelation. In fact, I never said anything about what I was going to say at all, so... people who are inevitably going to take that out of context despite the fact that they had no reason to. Take that. Okay, maybe I'll have a chance at the Devil Room anyway. I wouldn't get my hopes up. See, these sorts of runs, the main problem with them, for me, and I imagine a lot of people come to think of it, since a lot of people do find this one difficult, is that it really stimulates your recklessness. Stimulates. No double deal for me again. Yay! Really stimulates your recklessness in the sense that you have to get certain distances away from enemies. And I'm dangerously close to dying. Against Gertie, of all things. I'd rather not die to her. So apparently Mama Gertie is explicit... Not Mama Gertie. Gertie is explicitly female, which isn't surprising. Mama Gertie is explicitly female because, well, Mama Gertie. Its name is Mama Gertie. Typically, Mama is only applied to females. Oh, good, squeezy. I don't think the tears up did anything. And how did I... You know what, I'm not even gonna ask. Awesome. Not only is it a damage up, ceremonial robes, which I keep calling Cloak of Sin for some ungodly reason. Probably a reference to something and I can't remember what it is. Ah, that was bad. Very bad. Admittedly, I need as much red health as I can get. However, it's Cloak of Sin. I still call it Cloak of Sin even after I point out explicitly that it's not called Cloak of Sin, that I keep accidentally calling it Cloak of Sin, despite the fact that I know that that's not what it's called Ceremonial Robes. But then I still call it, say it with me, Sin. Because I speak real good. Alright, what's in here? Didn't want to take damage there. Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to the last time this happened. Okay, the iron bar is really dangerous in that sort of situation. Death. I don't really want. Well, it's more useful than the question mark card. So at least it does something. Who knows? Maybe I'll get blue candle or something. Yeah, I know I said I like to do these harder challenges in the spirit that they were given, but screw it. I don't want to die. See how fast that ideal gets thrown out the window? I did. This is Dank Depths? I thought so. I'm told that the main difference between Dank Depths and the regular Depths is that it has more spikes. I have no words. I don't even know how much health I have anymore. Thank you, game. Thank you for making me feel so good about myself. Alright. There we go. Very close to me being in a bad place. I'm not in a bad place, and I'm thankful for that, but it could have happened. That's all I can say. I'm very shocked that that didn't end up killing me. Well, not killing me. I don't think I have that low of health. But at least damaging me to a unfortunate degree. Seriously, how did I get that devil room? I ended up getting hit anyway, because of course I did. Okay. I'm just gonna grab that. Okay, at least I don't need it. That's good. I mean, I'm pretty much guaranteed I didn't need it by using strength, but I only have 2 health, and like I said, I didn't have that low of health. Damage, damage, damage. I don't know why I'm taking so much damage. I wasn't this bad last run. Maybe it's like I said, and it's making me more reckless. I look forward to being on the next floor and weeping at how little health I have. That I mostly blame due to the clutter of this on the screen right now. Because there's really a lot of it due to solar system. Not solar system, tiny planet. Words fail me as to how poorly I'm doing. I mean, I'm not pretending like I do great normally, but I don't normally get hit this much. Maybe it's like I said, maybe this challenge is harder than I gave it credit for, which admittedly I should have guessed it would be, and that I am in fact eating my words from earlier, as I predicted at some point in the past that I would. Not necessarily seriously, but, well, hey. Let it be what it is. At the same time, there's no excuse for how poorly I'm doing. Maybe a lot of it is due to the cutter, like I said. Although that one had no excuse because I had my eyes exactly on where he was shooting. Okay. Somehow. Let's go back and get that heart because I inevitably need it. Let's find out how close I was to death. Yeah! Well, close enough to need that. That's an answer. Ah, 1 second. And I'm back. Random thing popping up on my screen making me lose focus. So it goes. So it goes for all eternity. That's not a real thing, but I sang it anyway. Wow. I was half a heart away from dying. I don't know what's worse, the fact that that was actually the case, or the fact that I'm not the least bit surprised by that fact. Give me something good. Do it! Now! Well, at least I have that now. And I can use the shop whenever I so choose to find it. Oh. Goat head. On the very last floor of this challenge. And I kept wishing I would get a double deal in the past several floors. I'm so happy by this game. I truly am. There is really no... Okay. There's really no way to measure up to how much I enjoyed it. How thankful I am to now have Goat Head. How absolutely thrilled I am that my prayers were answered. And how wonderful it is that I'm down to half a heart. Because of course I am. This has been a lot of me complaining, hasn't it? That's not good. This is technically possible, although I dislike how it's possible. Case in point. Oh well. That's how it is. Almost. Ugh. That was difficult. Well, not difficult so much as tedious. And almost killing me. Which is practically everything at this point. Which is why I need to be really careful about this Globin, because, well, I don't think I need to explain why I need to be careful of the champion Globin. That's 2 levels of things I don't like. Things that can do damage to me, things that can, well, 3 things. Things that can do damage to me, things that do more than 1 heart of damage to me, and Globins, because screw them. Almost got hit there, but a keen-eyed viewer will notice that I didn't. I knew it! Didn't have the effect that I wished for, but happened all the same. I did not realize it would be that fast. And I ran away by accident, but I guess it worked out. Half a heart. very close to death. And it's entirely possible I will die, especially since I still have to go against Mom, and not really in the best position to be doing that. Maybe I'll get a candle. Will you light my candle? Yeah, that is an awful, awful room, considering what challenge I'm on. Based on the fact that I now have 1 heart. Please work. No. Bad. Of course it's greed. Why wouldn't it be? And I'm dead. Well then. That's disappointing. If you enjoyed that, like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Otherwise, I'll see you next time on The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth.